Yes, my people, as it dey hot, it don't happen. No update on Peter Obi court case. Hey, my obedient family, just dey hit this like button. Make another obedient family, make Facebook for recommend you to give them the see. Peter Obi watertight petition case is at the tribunal as MC olu0mo and Tinubu dey beat the drum of tribal war. May I not talk too much. Na this woman title this message when she drop so. Lis ten to her carefully. Dey share it to make the word wey dey see am and hit the like button and don't forget to comment your opinion after you watch am.
The elections in Nigeria still remains the hot topic. The stolen mandate of the Nigerian people still remains a very hot topic. And you see how the people who stole the election are trying to cause all manner of chaos. The reason they're trying to distract us with all these drums of ethnic and tribal wars and threatening to chase away a particular tribe from Lagos and all that. They're just trying to distract us because they know that we have a watertight, bulletproof case against them. All Nigerians, the Nigerians that voted in droves for the Labour Party, have a watertight case against these thugs, these violent and bloodthirsty looters of the Nigerian treasury. Yes, it's a big fact. And I've studied the petition that the P2B gave to the tribunal, the petition he submitted at the election tribunal, and it's watertight. It's very, very watertight. I don't know how they're going to wriggle out of it by not declaring him the winner or cancelling the election for us to hold free and fair elections. You know what? Shettima, Tinubu's running mate, did not even resign as a serving senator before contesting for the VP role. It's never done. The law of Nigeria says for you to contest for any election, you have to resign from the political position you're already holding. Lawan did it, the Senate president. He resigned and then went to contest for what do you call it? A presidential. He went to contest as a presidential candidate. And when he failed him, he had to hurry back to go and try to use the courts to steal the APC senatorial ticket from the man who won it in the primaries. I don't know how the court gave him that kind of verdict, but you know, anything is possible in Nigeria. A man that did not contest for the senatorial post, he contested for presidency and failed, but the poor man that had already won the senatorial candidacy in their primaries, the courts took the seat from him. They took that right from him and gave it to Lawan. And Lawan was the one that contested for the seat, and of course, you know what happened. He won. Anyway, let me not distract us like olu0mo and Tinubu are trying to distract us by fanning the embers of tribal wars, fanning the embers, knocking the heads of Yoruba and Igbo together as if that's the issue. That's not the issue. My brother, my sister, I don't want you to fall for this trick. I don't want you to fall for it. When you look at the Bible in Genesis chapter 1, the Bible says that in the beginning, the earth was without form and void, and darkness hovered upon the surface of the earth until God said, let there be light. God created order for us. He created order for human beings because he knows human beings cannot operate in a disorderly manner. Tinubu and his cohorts want us to operate in a disorderly manner because they know they can only thrive where there's disorder. But we are normal human beings. We are God-fearing people. We are people with a conscience, and we have been created to exist in an orderly manner, in an orderly environment. We abide by laws. It's the laws of the land that keeps us sane and allows us to do things in the proper order where they should be done. Where there's lawlessness, no society can thrive. No society can make progress where there's lawlessness and violence. And this is what Tinubu and his camp want to entrench into Nigerian politics. That they want to make it all about thuggery. They want to turn into an animal kingdom where it's survival of the fittest. This is our opportunity to say no. And I just hope the Nigerian judiciary will use this opportunity to redeem their image. Because their image has been soiled by all the bribery, all the corruption that they have been enmeshed in over the years. Remember when they searched the houses of judges and they found wads of dollar notes in thousands, dollar bills in thousands in their homes, which were bribe money they had received. So this is the time of the Nigerian judiciary to follow the law. Shettima did not resign. That's even just part of the arguments Obi had presented. The number one argument that is in Obi's favor is the fact that INEC, by their own admission, by their own plan, by their own laws and regulations, said no result will be transmitted except through beavers from polling units in real time. Meaning that election results are transmitted immediately after the election from the polling units. So the soft copy you transmit is what will show really whether this election was free or not. Free and fair or not. So now, the Labour Party is saying all the places that our agents transmitted the results by beavers. We have the hard copy. We transmitted by beavers. Why didn't you transmit the election that gave it to Tinubu through beavers and in real time? As long as you didn't do that, you just sat in your offices and computer results and announced. As long as that's what you did, it's null and void by your own law, INEC. By your own law. So how can you make a law and go against your own law and tell us that Tinubu has won? It's not possible. Nigerians are not going to accept that. Never again will we accept that. So judiciary, this is your time to redeem your image. And then the third argument that the Labour Party presented in the tribunal is the fact that they say Tinubu has an ongoing court case, which disqualifies him in the first place from being a candidate in the election. You see, I'm so happy that a lot of Yorubas are speaking out and making Tinubu and his camp understand that, number one, they are in the minority, and number two, that they will not be railroaded into a kind of hatred and tribal war that is absolutely uncalled for. That's not the issue. Igbos cannot just become your enemies when the herdsmen had taken over your farms. Fulani herdsmen have killed and maimed thousands of Yorubas in their farms. Rather than focus on that, you use scouts to release videos to say that all the armed robbers in Yoruba land are Igbos, all the kidnappers are Igbos. When did that start? When did that start, my brother? So suddenly the Fulani herdsmen are your friends. The people that have killed and maimed, the people you've been arresting, you've been arresting them, coming into your cities with knives, with swords, and with motorcycles that they used to run around and commit their evil. Yes, you have been arresting them and showcasing to us. So those people you told us are from the north, suddenly they have turned to Igbos? Was it Igbos that Sunday Boho was fighting when the army, the government of Buhari sent armies to his house to kill everyone in sight, including cats? They arrested cats and said it was Sunday Boho because he evaded arrest. He escaped arrest. So is it Igbos that the enemy Sunday Boho have been talking about and saying we want a Yoruba nation? Is it Igbos? Don't allow Tinubu and MC Olu0mo to distract you. Don't allow them to distract us. At this time, we need to focus on our stolen mandate, our stolen votes. We need to focus on that and retrieve our votes. Retrieve our mandates. Don't fall for them. Don't fall for their rubbish. Please don't fall for it. You're bigger than that. We are bigger than that. Somebody sent me a video where Yoruba man was just talking and saying that all this rubbish has to stop and that nobody is going to fall for their rubbish. I was so happy. I was so impressed. The man sent that video and it's gone viral. And he said, look, these people looting our economy, these people impoverishing us, these people have left bandits to run riots and cause mayhem in the country. These people, all they know is to rig the election and subdue us, the innocent people, and arrest us, the innocent people, people that refuse to arrest bandits, arrest kidnappers, arrest Boko Haram. Is the innocent people that want to protest their stolen mandate you want to arrest? No. That cannot happen. That must not happen at all. I'm glad that quite the majority of Yoruba people have refused to fall for Tinubu's trick. They refuse to fall for it. I'm happy. The Yoruba people are very educated, enlightened people. They don't support evil. They don't support wickedness. They don't support looting. They don't support looting of state treasury, and they don't support election rigging and thuggery and banditry. They don't. I'm happy because those that are with us are more than those against us. We must stand our grounds. The Nigerian judiciary, hear me and hear me well. This is your turn to redeem your image, redeem yourselves. Because if they had transmitted all the results through beavers, the Labour Party was sure winner. This is exactly what happened in Abia State. Remember, in Abia State, results were transmitted through beavers. There was no election violence, there was no thuggery, and then suddenly, the incumbent governor saw that his candidate that would replace him, he wants to use to replace because he served 8 years, the person he brought to replace him, did not win anything. He was scoring 80-something thousand, while Oti was scoring 170-something thousand. The governor quickly went to his local government and manufactured results. They did that in 2015. But then there was no use of beavers. So they were falsified results. They saw Oti was leading them by 50,000 votes. They quickly went to Obingwa and falsified votes and manufactured 50,000, and immediately they, overturned the results that was seeing Oti as governor. This was 2015. So when Oti says I won election before, he's right. He won it that time. But because we didn't use beavers to transmit results, and because the INEC officials that were sent to Abia State were so corrupt, everybody saw it that these were manufactured results that were just appeared from nowhere. Just as they were about to announce that Oti has won with a 50,000 margin, they brought that, and the INEC man that had already compromised, they had stuffed his mouth and nose and brain with dollars. He immediately accepted, and that was how they denied Oti the chance of taking up the mandate that people had given him. So they tried to do it again in 2023. But thank God that there was beavers. So, and the INEC people, 3 people that God used to save Abia State, they were people who refused their dollar bills in suitcases. They refused promises of houses in Dubai. They rejected it. They said, no, the wishes of Abia people must count. The 2 INEC officials that served in Obingwa, that same local government this year, refused to cooperate with the evil PDP government of Abia State. They refused to cooperate with them. They rejected their money, their billions of naira bribe. They rejected it. They said, no, you cannot just manufacture results and bring. We have 27,000 accredited voters in Obingwa. But suddenly they manufactured 96,000 votes because they saw Oti was leading. They had 175,000. They had 88. So their argument was if they added the 96 to 88, they would have immediately stolen Oti's mandate for a 3rd time. Because Oti contested 2015, 2019, and then this time they kept rigging him out. But this time, God sent a woman and 2 INEC men that said, no, we don't want your money. We don't want your bribe. We want the vote of Abia people to count. That was why it counted. So when the woman was summoned to come to Abuja, after they had gone and pressed buttons, the PD people had gone and pressed buttons in Abuja. They summoned the woman. The woman said, I'm only going to Abuja with the Obingwa result. That's the result in contention. She told the INEC people that she had already announced the other local government areas. There are 17 local government areas. She said, I've already announced the 16 local government results. So I don't need to bring it to Abuja. All I need to bring is just the Obingwa result, which beavers showed that there are only 27 accredited voters, but they brought 96,000 votes. There were 27,000 accredited voters. So if the woman had even gone to Abuja with the other local government results, they would have probably doctored it. She said, no, I've already announced it. Everybody has the results, so there's nothing I can do about that. That was the smart move she made against INEC. She made that against the INEC headquarters and said, I've already announced the other local government. There's no contention about those ones. The only contention is Obingwa. And when she got there, she proved to them that the Obingwa results were fake. Because she refused to be bribed by the PDP people. They've been using the money of Abia State government, using the money meant for salaries and pensions to be bribing INEC officials over the years. But this time it didn't work. So the INEC people should look at themselves and say, why didn't we use beavers? What money is it they've given you that's making you to truncate the wishes of the nation, a whole nation? There are curses that will follow. The curses that will follow will be enormous if the INEC agree to go to court to stand and say, yes, this is the right result. They will incur curses for generations unborn. I speak as a woman of God. I speak as a servant of God, as someone that fears God because I have seen the power of God. Apostle Paul said to them, he said, knowing the wrath of God, we persuade men. I persuade INEC and the Nigerian judiciary to run away from the coming wrath of God by changing this result, these phony results that they announced and give it to Bola Tinubu. It is wrong on all levels. I hope the judiciary will do something. I hope they will do what is expected of them and follow the law. Follow the law, your law. You made the law. Follow the law that you made for the benefit of humanity. Nigerians are waiting. Thank you so much. I'm glad you stopped by. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, can you click subscribe, please? And if you like what you heard, if you want to get more value from my videos, click the like button and make a comment. Let me hear what you have to say. I'm so happy with the comments you're making so far. I'm really happy that people are reacting and making comments. Continue. Keep it coming. I'm reading all your comments and I'm liking them. You can see that